All right, let's get this started. All right.
I mean,
Um,
I guess if we have to.
yes, the Ravens did not have a great showing the last time we saw them. Complete special teams blunder. Okay. Yes, Justin Tucker got a lot of blame, most of the blame for his missed kicks, as he should. But it wasn't just him. Okay. That punter. Okay. That stupid punter.
Not that
Uh,
fourth rounder.
that fourth round pick. You know, that one of many fourth round picks that we just had to hold on to. We couldn't trade any of them. We couldn't trade any of those picks to move up in the draft. Not a single one. We had to stay right there and draft all four of those picks, and he was one of them. He
Didn't even
killed
get the
us.
best punter in the draft.
Didn't even, yeah, we didn't get the punt god. Although the punt god had he had some legal issues that he had to
He
take
did.
care of.
He did. And he did. And now he's a better punter than the one you have. Like,
We should have been quick on picking him up afterwards, right? Because he was out of a job. All that got cleared up. We should have been like, hey, you know
Hey,
what?
I'll tell you what, Marquette King's still available.
I'll take him.
Yeah,
Jordan Stout is.
he been blackballed for the past, I don't know how many years.
Why? Because he likes to have fun, you know? Jordan Stout is awful, ladies and gentlemen. And you know he's awful because we're talking about him. All right?
Mm-hmm.
There's only two times you talk about punters: when they're great or when they're dumpster fire, like Urban says right here. Okay? That's the only two times you talk about punters.
And
When they're
honestly, most of the time, not when they're great.
right, yeah, you gotta be Ray Guy great, you know. Um, but for us to talk about you right now, you are doing a beyond terrible job because there are bad punters out there, but you know it's whatever. But I mean, you're killing us. You're killing us. So complete special teams blunder. All right. Um, the offensive line showed you who they were. This is the thing that we were worried about is that the offensive line can get marginally better but won't get good enough. Now, granted, Philly has an excellent D line, okay,
Mm-hmm.
and even with a good offensive line, that's hard to deal with, right? But we have to moving forward play mistake free football. Not that they're not talented, right, or as talented. They're not they may not be physically gifted like some of these other linemen are, but they have the functional strength. They have the baseline of ability. Now it's about discipline, and that's where coaching comes in. The false starts, the pre snap, the pre snap penalties.
Mm-hmm.
Those are things that you can control, right? You might give up a sack. You may not always have the perfect block. You might be like Lele and not know who to block. But you can clean up the penalties. And if we can be more disciplined on that end, that gives us a much better shot of success. All right.
Y'all gonna leave my man Lele alone. Y'all keep talking about, oh, he's not blocking anybody. He's just out there watching. Everybody runs away from him. Okay, they scared. They're scared
yeah,
to take him on.
yeah. You
And,
know
and,
what?
and, they're, and they're just trying to draw him out. They want him to chase somebody down, so it opens up a giant hole in the line. He's doing what he's supposed to be doing. All right, he's standing there and he's protecting Lamar. Okay,
Uh,
well,
see.
he's staying ready to protect Lamar.
Nitro said Jose could beat 77. No, I can't. I've seen him up close. Do not get it twisted.
You know how
These
long it
guys,
takes to run around Daniel Falele?
yeah. Trust me, there is a soul watching this that can get around Lele. All right, it takes an NFL caliber defensive lineman to get around him, even if he's standing there, even if he has his back turned to you. You're not getting around him. I promise you. All right, so yes,
Tommy
the
DeVito
time to be what?
starting for the Giants
Uh,
and had an immediate effect. I'm sorry to cut you off. I'm sorry.
no,
But
no.
Tommy Cutlets was announced as the starter for this game for the Giants, and immediately the line went up to 11 and a half in favor of the Ravens. It went up, I think, by 3 points once they announced that Tommy Cutlets is
Yeah,
going to be the starter, and I think that is unnecessarily disrespectful to that young man.
I don't typically, even in teams as bad as the Giants, I don't typically like to overlook these games or overlook the opponent, especially for the Ravens, because we fall asleep at the wheel. But given the urgency, I would say I don't say they have to win out, but we have to perform, right? Like it's time for us to show that we're that type of team. I look at this team more, or this game more so as, I don't want to call it practice, but like we have to clean some things up. This is a game. This is a get right game.
They are an NFL franchise, sir.
Yeah,
You can't call them practice.
I didn't
You
say
can't do
practice.
that.
I said a get right game. I said I
You
don't
said,
want to call them practice.
you said you don't want to call them practice, which means you are in fact calling them practice.
That's not
You
what that
cannot
means.
do that. You cannot call them practice.
This is a get right game. No, no, seriously. Like obviously they're favored to win. They should win the game, but they can't look bad in the game. They can't struggle. Like all you like the Chiefs can keep stumbling to a victory every week because they keep doing it. They're what 11-1 or something like that. They can look like they win on accident every single week because they keep winning,
Yeah.
right? And they're the defending Super Bowl champions, so you can't say anything about them. You know they can turn it on. They know they can turn it on. We don't know that. Our team doesn't know that. It doesn't matter what kind of lip service they give you. They don't know, right? They
Right.
haven't done it.
They're
So
questioning that themselves.
they have to build that confidence. So they have to turn it around. And we've seen this all throughout history. Like Super Bowl winning teams they don't always look great throughout the season, but they start to turn it on towards the end of the season and make a
Mhm.
run in the playoffs. This is our time to do that. Take care of business, lock in, and get ready for the Steelers after that, and then the Texans after that, and then the Browns after that, and then be ready to go in the playoffs. I know Lamar Jackson is. Lamar Jackson said he didn't even want to take the bye week. He was ready to go. I mean, he can't be the only person with that type of mentality on the team. Is what I'm saying. I don't think he is, but the coach has to match that intensity.
And he never will. That's not in him. Malik Neighbor's going for 250 on y'all. Yeah.
That's gonna be a problem.
Yeah, I'm interested to see, and not that Tommy DeVito and the Giants can really test this, but I'm interested to see if the last couple of weeks the improvement in the defense is just a kind of a reflection of the opponents or an actual improvement. Because yeah, the Eagles have AJ Brown, right, but they don't throw the ball very often at all because they have
Yeah.
Saquon Barkley. Jalen Hurts is out there throwing it like 19 times a game. So they don't throw for very many yards. The team who was it the week before didn't really have much wide receiver talent. The
For
Chargers,
yeah,
they're out there. I mean, Lad McConkey's he's a good rookie. Quentin Johnston, not very good. Their receiving talent isn't great. Is what I'm just gonna say. And so it could be that hey, maybe they had a couple of easier matchups and they were able to perform better, or maybe they are actually turning things around. Like I said, you're not necessarily going to get the answer to that this week, uh, unless, like I said, Malik Neighbors does go for 250. Then you have your answer. But
yeah.
yeah, you always want to see them kind of continue that trend. It's just like me watching Carolina right now. I'm not looking for wins. I'm looking for Bryce Young to continue the trend of him playing well and kind of playing better each week. That's kind of what I want to see out of Baltimore. I don't really have any doubts about the offense in this particular game. I know they should be able to go out there and run over New York, no question,
Yeah.
with Henry and Justice. And I'd like to see them get Keaton Mitchell on the field still. But
And
I don't think they should have any problems on that side of the ball.
and Derrick Henry just got a little bit faster, right?
Derrick Henry may have lost his powers, may have lost what made him special.
We'll find out. Yeah.
Locks. That's you don't make that change mid-season when you're having the best year of your career.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of that. I'm
I
not a fan of
told
that.
I
But
told I told
but
Hendo he gonna show up looking like Ron Dane on Sunday.
but Saquon surpassed him, so he's like, I gotta do something a little different. So it's that midseason adjustment. That's what's going on. All right.
Yeah.
Lamar and Derek joined the 99 club. I don't care about Madden. I don't care about Madden. I tried to play it the other day and I was just like, it's not there for me anymore.
Yeah.
You know, but that's great. I guess Um, yeah. But they're going to handle business. It's just how do they look though? They can't go out there and look sloppy, especially off of bye. You know, um,
Normally they have it together after buys though. Under Harbaugh, they
yeah,
win a very high percentage coming off their bye. So yeah, I don't think I'm not really questioning whether or not they're going to win this game. I think they're going to win it comfortably. Uh, and they just need to be well. What they don't need to be focused on Pittsburgh. They need to focus on this week and then move on to Pittsburgh. Focusing on Pittsburgh is how you lose to the Giants in the first place. But I
Pittsburgh
just
has
I don't
a
really think it's going to be a problem.